working the loaf. Today I am going to be making a sourdough starter biscuit. I'm not adding any fresh flour, we're not adding any dry flour. We are literally going to use the starter to make a biscuit. And I've done this a few times. I've had some successes, some fails. I think I've got it. I'm going to video it in hopes that I got it. First we're going to start with 2 cups of starter. And you're going to see me kind of wonky because I can't seem to be able to get everything. I'm going to use metal in my starter. It is a stainless steel. It's not going to be in there long term. Not something I like to do. My plastic one is currently being washed. So, 1. And this is why I keep a thick, dry starter, because of stuff like this. I like it to be the base of a lot of different things. See, I don't know if I can show you. It's just thick. It's not going to go anywhere. So now that I have taken 2 cups of starter out, I will replace it with 2 cups of flour and 1 cup of water, if not slightly less. I like it to be about 50% hydration, if not less hydration. So I won't show you that this time. And I'm working on a sourdough starter video where I will teach you how I do my starter and how to create it. This starter that I have is about 5-6 years old. So the one that I'm going to show you, I'll just start a new one just to show you. So I've got my 2 cups of starter. So here I've got 6 tablespoons of softened butter, and I'm going to kind of mash it into this. Now, normally you would cut your butter into your dry flour. You can't really do that with a sourdough starter that's already in existence. What I'm looking for is no lumps of butter, and that's what I'm seeing. It doesn't take much. I actually think it's less work than cutting it in. Now that I have my butter cut in, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar. 2. Normally your biscuit recipe calls for milk or buttermilk. I prefer buttermilk in mine. However, this already has an acid, lactic acid in it. It's already got a sourness to it, so it really doesn't need buttermilk. And because I'm already fairly, I don't need a whole lot more liquid, I'm going to add as much powdered milk. And this is not instant powdered milk. This is powdered milk that I get from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints cannery. And 3 tablespoons of this milk to 1 cup of water is equivalent to like 1 cup of milk. So I'm just going to add 3 tablespoons of powdered milk. No extra water. So my battery died. I had to switch it around so I could plug you in. In here I have my sourdough starter, 6 tablespoons of butter, 3 tablespoons of powdered milk, not instant. If you are going to use instant powdered milk, you want to find out how much powdered milk it takes to make 1 cup of milk. That's kind of what I'm doing. I'm just substituting the liquid milk for powdered. I'm going to take 1 tablespoon of baking powder. And the baking powder I buy in bulk, and I keep it in the freezer, so sometimes it gets a little lumpy. So I'm just going to put it through my little sifter thing here, make sure that there's no big lumps in it. So far I haven't had too many problems, but I'd rather not find one in my biscuit. I'm going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda just to make sure that it gets enough lift. And again, I stick it through my sifter. Salt, I'm going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And I use Himalayan pink salt. And I have 2 tablespoons of sugar in here. So I'm going to just kind of strong arm this now. You could probably do this in your mixer I don't want to overbeat it because like biscuits, you don't want to overbeat biscuits or you'll have bricks. I just want to get it incorporated. And as the baking soda and the baking powder reacts with the acids in the sourdough starter, it's going to kind of aerate and soften up a little bit. While I am mixing the dough and putting all the ingredients together, I get the oven preheated. I've got 2 tablespoons in a 10-inch cast iron pan getting heated in the oven right now, melting the butter. You want to make sure that it doesn't brown the butter, but you want the butter to be sizzling and foamy hot, kind of like a good melted butter is. So let me go grab that for you. I'm going to use this for the pan. Okay, so I've got 2 tablespoons of melted butter in here. You see it's kind of starting to separate from the solids. This is a 1/4 cup ice cream scoop, or I got it from the restaurant supply, and I just do 1/4 cup scoops, and I try to place them pretty evenly around. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? Yeah, 11 scoops, 1/4 cup. I'm going to put this in the oven now for 20 minutes at a preheated 400 degrees. And I will be back in 20 minutes. Okay, so I just pulled these out of the oven. It's actually been more like 22 minutes. And I'm going to, it's hot, so I'm going to, hopefully I can get one out of here, the center. They feel light and airy. Ooh. Okay, that, look at how nice and airy that looks. So I'm gonna just, that is beautiful. Tastes like a biscuit. I'm gonna put some butter on this thing. Sorry about my mess in the background. Biscuits. Sourdough discard only biscuits. There's no flour, extra flour, no dry flour in there. It's all been fermented and it looks amazing. So I have scoured the internet looking for this recipe and couldn't find it anywhere. So hopefully you guys give it a try. Let me know in the comments below whether you like them or not, or if you've tried them. And I'll see you next time on our next adventure of Fork in the Loaf.